been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first. Third quarter starting here. Scola out there with Mahini. Then it's Paul George. Then there's C.J. Myers. And it's Rudez in the three. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. On defense, the Suns, after Paul George getting his three to go. That's good on the jump shot. George has got 14 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
You have to wonder, as we've seen Paul George go from good to great and then from great to fantastic the last couple of seasons, what's his ceiling? I mean, with his size and skill set, there's very little that he can't do on the floor.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, gentlemen, the Pacers head coach Frank Vogel has helped turn this team into a powerhouse. He's had a reputation for positivity, lifting his players up and boosting their confidence. As Paul George put it, coach has no shame in calling you out. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get embarrassed. No one wants that, Kevin.
He'll call you out, Doris, that's for sure. Thanks. The part for Paul George, it's incredible to think that he was taken as late as he was in the draft, but as he said earlier, his ceiling is right up there with LeBron. He was the best threes in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Really nice to watch his development because he's made progress each year. It'll take an incredible amount of hard work for him to surpass either of those two in the grand scheme of things, but I wouldn't doubt anything when it comes to Paul George's ceiling. It's just going to be a matter of his commitment to the work and staying focused and realizing his tremendous God-given ability.
And the Suns call time. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hibbert's checked in. Right wing. Morris passes tonight. Bledsoe kicks tonight. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Knight's got 14 points.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
Suns trail by 11. And Bledsoe, and he uses both hands to jam it in. That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
George with no one around. That three off the mark.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Brandon Wright's checked in for Alex Len. Morris comes in for Morris, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Brandon Knight. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Well, since the All-Star break, these point guards have been doing their share of work on the boards. Take a look at their rebounding numbers in the second half of the season. Third is Eric Bledsoe.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, you know, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, rebounding was always a big part of their game.
Yeah, I think that's true, Steve. It's not a necessary attribute for a point guard. But the ability to rebound is something that took a few of the greats to another level entirely, and it helps your team, too.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up the D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that. Oh! This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Green leading the charge.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And that's when a team really has the best chance to run after a steal, obviously. So the defense is going to be critical for them right now.
Warren's checked in for Green. Suns moving the ball around. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Here's Tucker. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And now just a 5-point Indiana lead.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. That's good. Bledsoe's got 6.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
And George kicks to Miles. Outside, George. That doesn't go either for George. Suns trail by 3.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
They double him with George. Here's Morris. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Too much casual effort here. Lackadaisical getting back on defense here, fellas.
Yeah, it's costing them. That's 7 of their last 10 points that they've given up coming in transition.
And Miles kicks to George. From 16 feet away, he cans it. George has got 18 points just in the second half.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
And that's an intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
And so here's Phoenix. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Markieff Morris is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Alex Len. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Knight in the 1 spot. Indiana leading. From deep, George. Phoenix grabs the miss. Morris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. George against Green. George passes to Rudez. Outside for George. Tries again. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Hibbert on the double team. The dish to Lamb. The drive by Green. And he cuts it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
To take the lead. That doesn't go either for Green. The shot by George, wide open. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. George has got 29 in the game.
That's a big basket there. You can expect him to be very involved and aggressive the rest of the way.
The Suns making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
Hibbert on the double team. Green dishes to Knight. On the Pacers with possession here. The Pacers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Hill with it. And it's Knight picking him up. George, no good. Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, yeah, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
And for 3. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Hibbert with the screen for George. Three-pointer. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Pass to George. Allen outside. Back to George. Allen a screen on Knight. The 3 from George. Suns trail by 4. A nice shot by Knight.
Big time bucket inside. He had to get that one over the top, and he did.
And in the face of a defender who was towering over him, too.
Over to the wing. It's Hibbert with the drive. Poke loose. It's stolen by Green. Knight kicks to Morris. Bledsoe against Hill. And Hill over to help. Paul George with the steal. And he lays it straight in. George has got 9 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end. And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Allen at the screen for George. Hill drives in. 5 on the clock. And it's George missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine.
And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Thanks to those free throws right there, it becomes a 2-possession game.
Outside, Green. Morris passes to Green. It's stolen by Hill. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
At the line for your Pacers, Paul George.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
That may be the knockout blow. Those free throws would seem to have put this one away.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Shooting for Indiana, Roy Hibbert. At the line for 2.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for Thornton. Can't connect. So it's Indiana picking up the win.